Hey everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing part 2 of my Ancestral Healing unboxing. So I have an Ancestral Healing Oracle 1, Ancestral Healing 2, and the second one came in today. Make playing cards was even much more faster than the last go, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I love like when they give you an estimated due date on the package, like, you know, when you do the U.S. Postal Service, where you're tracking and they text you and they're like, oh, it's expected for next Tuesday, this June 16th, and then you get a text message in the next morning. So I got that yesterday on Friday, and then this morning I wake up to, it's going to be delivered today. So I was like, yay! I'm so excited. Let's see, do I even have something? Oh, I do. I do have something. So I was talking to my friend Christy from Optimal Wellness Yoga. That's her brand new channel. And she was talking about how she liked the bodies of water. So she left a comment saying she liked the bodies of water in my Ancestral Healing Oracle 1 version. And that when she would make a deck like this for herself, she would include bodies of water near her, like bogs and marshes. And then I got to thinking, oh my gosh, there's like swamps and there's all these kind of different bodies of water. So I'm like, dare I do another? This is so silly of me. Dare I do another Ancestral Healing 3 and then just kind of pick and pull what I'm intuitively called to work with on the cards for a particular reading I'm going to do for myself or others. That may be a lot of work, or you could just kind of take it happenstance, shuffle them really good, set one half to the side, and use one half, you know? Or third, don't even look at what the cards may be, and just see what you may happen to get. So I thought about that. So I have them in this cool bag. Tarot bag that I got online on Etsy. I'll try to remember to link the back. Oh, look at the inside. Navy and then this brocade. I needed something that was going to be able to house all these cards in one spot. So this definitely fit the bill. I keep my very own Love Oracle deck that I created to kind of start to replace my Romance Angels Oracle. By Doreen Virtue. I have that in a cool brocade bag, and anyways, I love this. I love it, love it, love it. So I already have this deck. I've already been using it. I've even started using it for client readings, not necessarily ancestral healing readings, but it worked really well for general readings, believe it or not. So I'm not going to go through all of these. I just kind of want to refresh the memory of what we're working with here. So we have that. We have this, torture. And we have past life connection. I like that one. Farmer. Okay. So those are just a sampling. And I will also link the Ancestral Healing 1 Oracle unboxing in the description box below. So I'm going to try to remember to link some little mentions that I've made. For example, like my friend's YouTube channel. Sorry guys, you know how this goes. Your mind gets old and you forget. The brocade. And then the, okay, sorry, one video link. All right, so we have that open. Let's go through the next batch, shall we? So you're going to see some repeat themes, but it's my little creation and I felt the need to do that. I'll explain to you in a moment. So here's the backs again. You've probably seen this stock image before. Here's ALTA. This one, the Dreamcatcher. I like this one because sometimes there's not sometimes, a lot of misappropriation with this by people that are not from First Nations. But then for those people of the First Nations ancestry, this does mean a lot to them. So this comes with a definitely built-in shadow and upright position because of the fact that it symbolizes something that people from all every background can appreciate, the concept of a dream catcher. But not everyone was probably utilizing it or representing it like they should, or understanding the significance to a particular tribe or what have you, all of that. But then there's some beautiful upright meanings that can be associated with this keyword. So yeah, I use a little family of elephants. That's not what they're called. They're actually called, I think, a herd, but I say a family. I have now a proper fork in the road card. Still kind of like hard to get the fork. Now I'll have 2 fork in the roads. One that's less, like it doesn't look quite like a fork, and then this one's more like a fork. So if those cards happen to come up in the same reading, you can go as you need to with that. Freedom. She's barefoot and running free. Inheritance. So this could mean a lot of different things. It could literally mean a financial inheritance. It could mean some sort of other inheritance, and depending on the corresponding card, which is next, which is Into the Shadow. You can kind of see the outline. It's kind of freaky. You can barely see it on here. The outline of the person. Into the Shadow. So I love the inheritance because it could mean a lot of different things. At first I was going to show a contract or something to depict, but then I was like, that limits it. I don't want it to be just that. I want it to be an inheritance, and you just don't know what you're unlocking here with that key. So, and then we talk about a little bit Into the Shadow there. Just the outline. I love that. Oh. Lost. North America. Opportunity. And if you look closely, you'll still see staircases. And then this gentleman is throwing dice in the air. Yeah. Promotion. Graduating class, throwing their caps in the air. But a promotion could be many different things. So that's why I like the shadows, that if you're looking at them closely, you'll be able to see their caps, and if these are a crowd of, graduates. But promotion can come up with jobs. It could come up with, I don't know, all sorts of things. Right? I mean, promotion, elevation of some sort. We have Raven. It's almost blue-black. I love that. One of the ritual cards I have. Her hands are super dirty. I love that. Super I've been rubbing my hand in ash. That's what it looks like. Ruin. What's cut off here is, this says, I think, ceasefire. So ruin. Seductress. Shrine. Time to build a shrine. The church. Oh, that turquoise and this coloring here. And again, you're probably like, what? You're just showing me this deck? I'm hoping to inspire people to start to consider their reading tools and what they wish to read and what may be lacking in their collection. Sometimes we're on this quest looking for these decks, buy all these decks to do a specific thing, when we may should just create one. I've seen people actually design their own cards, do their own artwork, and go on, makeyourplayingcards.com and Printer Studio and all the others, and have something quite personal. So that's the reason why I show these, to inspire others and to also get excited about using them. because they are stock images, I'm not comfortable selling them. This is for personal use. And this is Treasure Map. I like that. Upheaval. Victory. War Zone. You know where my head was at, right? Well, Europe. Guilt. Shame. Now we start to go into some of the healing modalities of the Ancestral healing deck. And we have acupressure, which I actually respond very well to. And alignment. Healing of the emotional body. Healing of the mind. Healing of the physical. Healing of the physical body. And healing of the spirit. Reiki. I'm a huge fan of Reiki. It's helped me quite a bit. Relationship to food. Many of us have different relationships to food, and sometimes I feel like that could be on the ancestral level, passed down generation to generation, and that's just my own theory. That's not something that I know scientifically to be true. It's what I intuitively know to be true. And I didn't want to say food disorders or any of those things, because a relationship to food could run a big gamut, and depending on the other cards, so, and not everyone probably wants to delve into health readings, or delve into any of that category of even dealing with people who, like, if this came up, you're like, oh, okay, I see that maybe in your ancestral makeup here. This could be something. Do you have an interesting relationship to food? Oh my gosh, yes I do. I've, haven't been able to digest anything for a while. It could be something like that, right? Everything that I've been eating has been coming up. It could be I am anorexic. It could be I am bulimic. It could be when I stress out, like me, when I stress out, I barely eat the bare minimum. I just drink coffee, I drink water, I eat just enough, and then I'm moving on, and I'm moving on. That's not necessarily healthy, right? And that's my relationship to food. I need to heal that. And then in my own life, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who I don't probably talk about as much as my maternal one, I think she had how many was? I don't know. I want to say 13 kids, 12 living, a lot of kids. Tall, but thin as a rail for most of her life with all those kids she had. So, I don't know. Who knows, right? Who flippin' knows? Optimistic. Poised. I like that a lot. Covert. Denial. Limitations. Diet considerations. Now imagine if relationship to food and diet considerations came up in a reading. You could be like, okay, we're getting some solutions here to this situation of your relationship to food. Have you considered this? Have you considered that? Of course, because I have a major one. Sweet tooth. Turns out a lot of my ancestors did too, from what I hear stories of. My ancestors made mean desserts, and my relatives to this day make amazing desserts from scratch. I have a serious sweet tooth. I have the dental bills to prove it. Aromatherapy. Some of the healing parts. Herbal remedies like that. Like tinctures. I'm totally into valerian root by tincture, for example. Stretch. I could have used yoga, but I instead used a couple of cards. Alignment, stretch, because sometimes people are like, I'm not really into yoga. I'm not going to have time or the money or the resources to try it. But what you can do at home, and maybe it will lead you to yoga at some point, is stretch. We all need to do that, myself included. Purification. Energy strands. Oh, I'm really starting to get into that. Folks in my... Wait. Oh, my favorites. My recent favorites. I talked about Denise Lynn's Energy Strands. Is that the name of the book? So I was so inspired by that. I was like, oh yeah. I'm still reading it though, but still inspired. Relics of the past. Sound therapy. I bet whoever printed my deck, my soul little deck at Make Playing Cards, was like, who is this girl? Because it's the same spot, the same printer, distributor. I guess it's interesting how Make Playing Cards does it. They have somebody very local, like in the next zip code over, and it says apartment 413. It's really weird. I want to ask them, like, because I'm curious, because it's super fast how they get here, and it would make sense. It's not coming from China. It's coming from somewhere very local, and it is. It's literally an apartment in the zip code I used to live in. Let's see. We have music. She's playing a harp. I like that. So I just really love Make Playing Cards. My point of that was that they probably get a kick out of my decks. They're like, what is this lady doing? Free love. What is her deal? Wanderlust. Amulet. Meditation. Again, you know, she's in a little yoga pose. You know, if you got all of those in the reading, you get us some clues. Relaxation. And massage. Vitamin therapy, something I'm very big on. Stress. Of course, with vitamin therapy, always, always, always consult your doctor, your medical doctor first before you embark on something. Because I take a specific medication that doesn't, like certain things that I would take that are even herbal could affect the efficacy is the word, I believe. I don't never know how to pronounce it, but the effectiveness of my medicine that I need to take. So you just have to make sure you're in tip-top shape before you start diddle-daddling around. But my actual physical, let me go back, my actual physical doctor did a makeup, like a blood work, like a full-on physical, like we all supposed to get from time to time. And she could see I was deficient in certain areas, so she suggested the particular vitamins that I needed. And so I started to feel better, feel good again. So consult your doctor before you embark on that. Don't just take my word for it, because there's really good stuff out there, and then there's not so good stuff. Seek the truth. I like that. She's got one eye. She's looking around, seeking the truth. Reproductive health. In the Ancestral Healing one, we have a fertility and pregnancy and fertility card, but it not always is dealing with reproductive health. It's not always dealing with pregnancy issues or fertility issues. It could be something entirely different. As women, as not women. Yeah, well, as everyone who identifies as a woman could know. I don't know, you know. Reproductive health, whether you're a man or a woman, honestly, right? Because men could deal with issues with that too. I just didn't have a man in there. I guess I could make a card with, you know, different, this is my own personal use. Healing affirmations. So yeah, if you want to make sure you're being inclusive. Planted in the earth. There is another pregnant woman in the Ancestral Healing 2 card or deck. So, but this means a little bit something different. I want to keep kind of going through these cards so we can make it through the whole deck. Thought patterns. Not negative, not positive, just thought patterns. And we can figure out, based on the corresponding cards, what that may be. Goodbye. Oh, I like that. What you can't see is this part says I'm and then sorry with the ring. Goodbye. Till death do us part. Now, what you can't see is a beautiful little skeleton bride right here. And it got cut off because, again, I didn't pay attention like I should have. This is why making a deck is not my forte. Like, I don't feel like doing that I'm comfortable in the wheelhouse of, let me write the keywords and write the guidebook. That's my comfortable place with a deck creation. But me coming up and dealing with the artwork, I can definitely give you my vision of what I would see and what I think is what I'm trying to accomplish with my words and stuff. But yeah, that requires a certain level of detail that I'm not always wanting to give. Counseling. You can see the person who she's counseling, that foot right there. They're kind of, I wish I could show you, it's like she's awkwardly folding her feet under themselves. Maybe her first counseling session. Maybe not. Maybe she's, you know, been there a few times or not. Confidant. I thought she looked like a very trustworthy person. Someone you could talk to. This person is out of the picture. So whoever she's talking to, a friend, maybe she's a confidant to a lover, mentor, who knows? Her boss. But she's listening intently, and you feel like your secrets could be safe with her. Thorns. Drought. Desert. Mountain. Flood. Paradise. Another ritual card. Ritual. I have different kind of rituals because not everyone has like the same practices, and I could never probably have, I mean, there are ritual decks out there, which is cool. There's actually, I'm thinking of one now that's called Ritual. That's kind of like this with the photography and kind of like, you know, there's also ones with keywords and all that stuff. But I was like, no, I'm just going to have different ones. Jet setter. I like that. Maybe your ancestor was a jet setter. Maybe you're a jet setter and it's because, you know, there's this need to wander the world, and where did that come from? And you know, we could start to flesh that out. Solitude. So nice. I've gone on women's retreats and I've had like a little white coffee mug and sitting on the edge looking at the big redwoods and the fog, you know. I had to have that one. Like, that's what for me. Another ritual card. It's a nice autumny day. Fall. In America. The backside of America. The dark side. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love America. I do. I mean, one would think I did, considering my ancestors have been here for hundreds of years. Activism. I'll just flash through that one. We don't need to linger there today. Eclipse. And the last ritual card. As you can see, there's more I could do. There's many more that I can, many a direction that I could go. Now, look at this. Look what I did. And already, is actually quite fascinating. I'm going to tell you guys why. So I use like a certain kind of olive oil, like certain oils for my hair. And so, also as a moisturizer. So you can kind of see the yellowing over time already, the aging of me using them already. And I've used them, I guess I have been using them, shuffling all the time. They've been laying with me in the bed. It's a very huge deck. There's no way that I could shuffle them all. So I would have to, I guess you could. Oh, look. Desert. Lord. You could do it. It could be done. Ritual and Ruin. It can be done. It can be managed, I suppose, but I'm not. I think what I'm going to do is break them up in pieces, riffle shuffle those sections, and then turn them over, and then pick different ones, like if they were face down, like face like this, and have like 4 sections, and maybe use the decks that that I'm feeling like that's the pile I'm going to work with today. Yeah, so I'm just going to riffle shuffle a bunch right now. See how, because playing cards makes cards that are so nice to shuffle. Probably also, I might edge them. They shuffle nicely. I wish I could show you. You can just, yeah. So nice. Oh, what do you have to say? Counseling, Lord knows. Ocean. Like all sorts of directions. I'm going to shuffle this other pile. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to keep this going too long. This has been my little project I've been doing, and it's been so soul nourishing to just sit and think about keywords that I'm inspired by, and just an outlet to like go through stock images to find images that speak to me for that keyword. It was fun. It's fast moving too. I spend like only a few days. That's why it's like, oh, you didn't notice that it was going to be off center? No, didn't care. I figured I'd work with it anyway. So, yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I like the time card. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I could work with probably this many. And then just be like, okay, we'll see what these cards have to say. What's the lucky draw? Warrior. Yeah. That's it, folks. That's my fun little project I've been working on. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have any little projects that you work on, that you do? Even if it's not necessarily tarot related, just little things you do and you're like, you got it, or just something you've done in the past you got inspired to do. For me, I love cards. I love doing readings for people, so I'm always trying to find tools that are going to really help me to offer the best readings possible. And I really am excited about this one because I've already given it a go, the first one, and I've loved what the messages that were coming up, and I'm just excited about this part 2. I think for now I'm good, but I'm going to continue a list of more keywords, so in case I want to do a third one. I just wanted to see how all of them fit in my little bag, and then I'll let you guys go. Because that was also another reason why I went this route. So I wanted them all together, and they zip up nicely. Yeah, this is nice. I'm a very pleased customer all the way around. Thank you all so much. See you all around. Take good care of yourselves.